Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? And do we have... Do indeed. Howdy. How you all doing? I am low energy today. But that's fine. It's been a long day. But happy Friday, or happy Saturday. It's technically ticked over to Saturday morning on my end of the world. There's the point where some people go, okay, time to brute force the safe codes. That is a viable strategy in cybersecurity and many other industries. But speaking honestly, I think the only puzzle that I struggled with in Signalis the first time I played it was the safe lock puzzle from the beginning. It took me a while to figure out how to actually do that. The rest of them I got through reasonably well. We don't talk about the stream we had last weekend, how bad I was at doing the frickin' crematorium puzzle. We don't talk about that shit. My shame. Although it will eventually go up on YouTube, so my shame will be forever preserved. But howdy. How you all doing? Asheville, thank you for the resub. Appreciated. 23 months. Like, damn. Has it been that long? Have I been doing that this long? I was looking at like the start date of a channel or an account a little while ago, and I was like, holy moly, I've been at this for this many years? That's wild. Elva, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. I am still slightly concerned that you decided to destroy the world in Plague Inc. I mean, multiple times. I can't exactly say have fun with that, but I can't, say don't have fun with, just destroying all of humanity. Just, I'm kind of conflicted on it. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Where's my brain at? Welcome in, Faye. Hope you're having a lovely... What day is it for you? I don't even remember. But whatever it is, I hope it's going good. I'm kind of sleepy. Schizophrene, thank you for the raid. At least Plague is in my name. Ouch. Shots fired. Schizophrene, let me do the thing. If I remember how to do the thing. Oh, I need to wait a minute before shouting out. My bad, but thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. What are you doing? What were you streaming? I feel that energy. I actually feel that quite a bit right now. Oh, I'm out of it. But thank you both for the raids. I appreciate it. Vampire Bloodlines 2. I don't think I've played any of the Vampire Bloodlines games. I've seen them pop up every once in a while on my radar. But, yeah, I haven't actually played any of those. 3 rounds left for the beanie. Nice. Want to replay the first one. Okay. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines was notoriously jank, but in a loving way. I think it was a new one. Was there a new one? I swear I saw someone playing a newish one of the vampire games, and I was just watching them pretend to be a doctor in a hospital whilst them being a vampire detective, and I was like, what is going on? There's so many crossovers here. It's like House meets Twilight in a ironic kind of way. I had very little idea what was going on. Yes, it was definitely Vey who was playing that, and I was just like, I have no idea what's going on, but this is interesting. Anyways, once again, howdy. I am... Hang on. Lost my train of thoughts. Howdy. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday for those of us in the future. It's been a long work day, and my mind is fried in the I managed to get everything done barely kind of way. We had something pop up right at... and I hate when people do this. Without going into too much detail, part of my job is to be the last man at the office until official closing time. So we have a super early shift and we have a super late shift, just to provide coverage for anything that goes wrong in those times. And I always do the late shift, just because I prefer that. So it's 4:58 p.m. and I'm just like, okay, I've nearly done everything, nearly time to go home, and bang, something comes through, and I have to spend like 20 minutes solving it, and then in addition to spending 20 minutes solving it, I have to then catch up on all the stuff that I was just going to quietly finish off in the last few minutes. Ended up leaving an hour late, which is a great way to end a Friday. Customer who wants like the longest conversation product list walks in, yes, or if anyone's in retail, that one person who comes in at like 1 minute to closing time is like, hey, can I order this? And you're like, dude, we've turned the kitchen off. There's nothing. There's no food. There's nothing left. We can't just fire it up again. It's too late. Just leave. I'm so glad I don't work in fast food. Some of the demands of these people is just insane. Tired yapping where there's a low ping rate between brain and mouth. I know this problem well. Yeah. That's kind of what's happening here. And I had my vitamin drink a little while ago, so that should be kicking in. The guarana and all of the vitamin-y goodness. I only take like 2 a week now instead of 1 a day, so hopefully the problems I had before of having too much of this stuff won't reoccur. But we're playing Signalis. I've finished this game before. Have a lovely stream. Gonna get some sleep. No worries. Thank you so much for the raids, get stream, and thank you. Hope you have a really good sleep. And once again, thank you for the bits. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, where I've played this game before, but there's a specific ending that I'm going for called Artifact. And yeah, we just need to just need to keep going a bit. So whilst I generally know what I'm doing, I'm going to be referring to a guide in the background just when we get up to areas that I know are close, which are close to where we need to pick up 2 items. Aside from that, I'll just be going from memory. I'm sure for like the first 3 weeks it's hilarious with folks ordering a cheeseburger without the burger and stuff, but eventually you just... I actually witnessed that as a customer once. I walked into a Subway. I was on a lunch break at work or something. I walked into a Subway and there were a couple of teenage girls in front of me. And they were just looking at this person who was behind the counter working. I think they knew her because they're all about the same age. I don't think they were friends. They're probably just schoolmates or something. And they were just like, has anyone ever ordered just the bread? And then the girl behind the counter was just like, no. And then the 2 girls just laugh in her face, turn around and leave. And then I'm just like watching that going, oh God. Can't even escape it at work, can you? So yeah, people be annoying the crap out of me sometimes. There are times I just want to get a well, the chunkler for some who know what that is, or in other places, just to get the flip flop and just smack them upside the back of the head. Just be like, no, be civilized. But you can't do that in civilized society, so as much as you might want to. Oh dear. But they should, yes, they really should. There are times, I swear to God, there are times you just need to give someone a smack. For Christ's sake. Some of these kids these days just... anyways. Signalis' Chokehold, yes. It's one of those games which is like a really cool and fun artistic experience, and I just really enjoy everything about it. So, I obviously can't play it every single week, but I try and play it at least once a year, ever since I first finished it off, because I enjoy it that much. Damn kids, exactly, Elva. I tell you. Back in my day, I was having a laugh with an old friend of mine. Like we grew up together, and we always used to make the joke about how when we get old, we do the whole meme of just old grumpy old men sitting on the porch, and they see the kids, they just get the hose, it's like, get off my lawn. And then of course, you know, being millennials, we'll never own property, which means we never get a lawn, but it still applies. You know what I mean. Ay, ay, ay. Can't solve this freaking problem. My brain is not in it today. Some days are like that. Although, ironically enough, sometimes problems will just solve themselves without you doing anything. Like, I had 3 problems that have been bothering me all week, and then at like 4 p.m. today, 3 things happened, and the problems just solved themselves. Like, I'm literally just sitting there going, oh my god, what do I do? And then I get an email. It's like, oh, problem solved itself. Happy days. And then I get a message on Microsoft Teams. Oh, that problem solved itself. So I just, don't look a gift horse in the mouth and rock and roll. Didn't really put it down. Yeah, there's something about the story where it really is. It's well paced. It's relentless in a good way. There's a lot going on. It's just a really well crafted labor of love, if you will, and that's something that I really enjoy about this. Just sitting here uselessly, and I hate it. I think sometimes we need to be useless and to do nothing and just sit. And this is something that I need to, like, sort of take myself away from screens and just plop myself somewhere where there is nothing, just in silence, and just be okay. Just play, sit here. No phone, no book, no, you just sit. Just 20 minutes, just sit and let the brain just brain. Because we humans evolved, out on the savannah where there was nothing. You'd hunt for food, you'd forage for stuff, and then when you were full, you sit in the cave with the tribe, fire going, and then you maybe paint on the walls and whatnot. Not a lot of mental activity going on there. And while I'm not saying we need to return exactly to that state, I think the brain probably needs a little bit of just a little bit of the ooga booga. Just rock, wall, fire. Can't go wrong. Somebody just wrecked too, yeah. We love people who do what they need to do. Mm-hmm. I would have been exiled from the tribe, no doubt. I have this argument with my friend all the time. We're both sort of the opinion that it's like, yeah, we would have got kicked out of the tribe for sure. But then I'm not so sure, because back then we wouldn't have had the same higher level thinking we have now. So we probably wouldn't have the same traits, experiences, and predilections which we have now, which would cause us to be social outcasts. So I was kind of, that's my point, and he's just like, no, we would have been exiled anyway. So I'm just like, well, maybe not. But yeah, I have to wait and see. Anyways, what has been going on? Very little. It's just been work all week. Thinking up a new YouTube video for next week, which doesn't require much thought because I've got a nice little structure going, and I've got a list, so that's good. What else? No, nothing really. Nice, boring weekend. I've got all of my annual leave booked for December, which means I can't take any days off and do anything fun until basically the week before Christmas, and then I'm off for like 2.5 to 3 weeks, if you include the public holidays and weekends. So that's when I can have fun. No worries, Faye. Thank you for the lurk, and good luck on your own Signalis journey. Hopefully I'll be able to catch part of your stream playing Signalis. Always love to see it. We're 20 minutes in, I've just realised that I'm on the wrong screen. Oh dear, we should have been on this screen the whole time, but we're on this screen the whole time, and I'm just like, you'd think I want to notice these things. I've been doing this for years now, but nope. And I turned off the background music like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago when I was probably supposed to keep it on, but hyping up the mystery. No, just being incompetent and distracted and tired. But let's just jump into it. At least I don't need to change scenes. One of these days, Oh, wonderful. And the game's downloading an update, which I didn't think there were any more updates to this. I think the last thing the guys did was change the music files in the game, just put high quality ones. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. Might just be the shader updates for Proton. I think so, but I would be surprised that this game has shaders of any real size. Anyways. It uses Unity, so it almost has some... Ah, I gotcha. No worries, Elva. Thank you for the lurk. Ah, that's right. Boss battle time. So, auto-injector... It might be a better idea to... Yeah. There you go. Oh, I don't like this boss at all. I think I found this one the hardest. I found this... The first time I played it, probably because I played so many Silent Hills, I sort of got what was going on after the first attempt. I kind of found it sad after we learn a bit more about this particular replicant. Not replicant, that's Blade Runner replica. I'm all over the place today. Legbox, I think I got first time. Folk only took a couple tries. I don't remember how many tries it took me to do Folk the first time. Legbox I did in one hit, because I had the flare gun straight away. I was like, aha, this will be useful, and then one shot. Da-da-da. Yeah, I feel like the difficulty is a bit higher. Whoa! No, 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 no. Run, girl, run. Oh, crap. Ah! Oh, crap. Oh, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close. Oh, barely. Whew, that was close. What a very rational and chill dude he looks like. I'm sure that everything will be fine. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this run is a bit harder than previous ones. I don't know if the difficulty goes up a bit. Maybe it's just been that long since I played it? Anyways. Adler. A visitor. Welcome to our facility. You've caught us at an unfortunate time. How can I help you? I'm looking for a Gestalt. A worker at our facility? Let me see that picture. Elena Seo. I believe she's one of our factory workers. However, you shouldn't have returned. I must have fallen asleep while waiting for Erica. Did she already go home without me? We wanted to get some books from the library together. I should check if she's still there. I want this scene on my wall. It doesn't have quite the same energy as this game, but you can check out something called Barbary. It's on Steam and it's free. It's a surreal walking simulator set in a like post-Soviet brutalist landscape, very similar to this. It's nowhere near as serious as this kind of game, but similar aesthetic. And the cyberpunk game that I occasionally play called Peripetia, that's got the same vibe to it, but that's a bit more absurd. But definitely giant concrete brutalism. I always think of Evangelion when I see just big numbers like that written on walls. Massive buildings and radio dishes in the snow. Yeah, it does have its own cool vibe. 5112? It's not like that's the name of the spaceship that we started in, is it? Nah, it's gotta be a coincidence. Definitely a coincidence. Rotfront, Sector C, Mandelbrot Polytechnic, Oberschule? We just landed on a mound of corpses. Psst, Elsa's response? The elevator is out of order. Come on. The big Japanese kanji that intersperses. Yeah, exactly. It's very much Evangelion-esque. Although the Monogatari series, the anime, also does something similar. Just interspersing Japanese characters. Alright, I just need to check if this is where we get the key. So I'm just going to check the guide real quick. No, I think it's the next level down. Okay. She's not wrong. It is very disorderly. Through that. No, it is this level. Okay. And we don't have the fuse. So there's no point doing that just yet. So yeah, somewhere on this level, there's another key. Which we're going to need to get the ending that I want. So 3 keys. And a password. And the password is the same set of numbers that plays over and over again in this game. Maintenance key. We don't need no maintenance key. Oh damn, I have very little of everything actually. That's concerning. I'm not doing my resource management quite that good. There we go. There we are. Cool. No more hand holding. Oh, what? Outrageous. What if you want hand holding? There is a fun little animation, fan-made one, which is basically what would happen if... Actually, what I'm about to say is a spoiler, so I'm going to put a spoiler warning and wait 10 seconds. Alright. That's your 10 seconds done. There's a fan animation, which is basically what would have happened if Elster and, Ariane found a habitable planet and there's just them sitting by a lakeside just holding hands, chilling. And it's like, oh, the good ending. Which I thought was cool. Okay. So hang on. Is this a dead end? Yes. Let's go this way. And even this is very Evangelion-esque. There's, Nerve Headquarters, the Geofront, you have a very similar looking command center. Unless you do the first level really well, it's hard to get here and have loads of resources. Which I probably didn't do the first level too well. The elevator is out of order. It's like literally spilling corpses everywhere. Understatement of the year. Don't have the key for that yet. Our key required. Oh, actually. Storch. Security technician control replica. Looks really cool. Beyond will burn. I love the propaganda posters they have. And we have company down here. So there's one there. Which we probably don't want to mess with if we can help it. Is it going to move? No. They're just going to be camping there. That's fine. We'll just run around. Security technician guard replica styling. Low cost combat. Standard model of the protective security technicians. Fitted with extended legs, star units gracefully tower over most humans. Despite the heavy armor, they can move swiftly with long strides. Cool and detached demeanor allows them to analyze situations with objectivity and deploy force as required. Trained in close combat and riot control techniques, they operate best in small squads led by an officer star unit equipped with a ballistic shield. Which is exactly what we've got going on down there. Oh, we can't go that way yet. We don't need that auto injector in the corner there. Due to a recent incident involving a certain styling that shall remain unnamed, I've adjusted all doors to require visible light to open. This should hopefully stop any more non-service cadre personnel from endangering themselves by stumbling into dark rooms until we take care of the lighting issue. You gotta love the kind of like the backhand commentary of some of these work order forms, just saying, oh, this person hasn't given me back my wrench. Oh, this person lost that. Oh, this person plays music too much. So if I just check my guide real quick. Yeah. So it's the Storch Dorm. We've got to keep an eye out for that. That's what we need. Excuse me. This is what happens in heavily regimented and segregated social structures. I have no doubt. Which makes me glad I'm not in one. I wouldn't survive a day. Oh, this is going to be fun. We do have thermite. We are going to drop this one. And we are... Because I just know that we're going to come back here enough to justify wiping that one out for good. I don't remember there being you little critters in here. Yeah, I wonder what's going on here. Yeah, I'll take that. Yes, I'll... Oh, don't have enough room for that. Can I combine or get rid of anything? No, I cannot. Probably should heal up just a wee bit, though. We'll come back for those. And I believe, yeah, you were done. So check boxes and blaming the others. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that. That's not working yet. I've always been very much, if something's buggered up, I don't care, just find a solution, you know? All-purpose repair worker replica McCaw. Tough worker bees of the construction and repair industry. One of the earlier replica designs, the simple but efficient ARAs are actually the most produced replica type to date. Strong and heavy worker units are a perfect fit for work in construction and production of industrial goods. In many places throughout our nation, ARAs have already replaced all Gestalt workers in fields like climber forming and explosive ordnance disposal. There's a show that I got recommended on YouTube just in the form of clips called Murderbot. It's one of those Apple TV exclusives, so I don't recommend most people see it unless you've already got Apple TV. I don't have it. But from what I can deduce based on the clips I saw, it's basically a biomechanical human. Well, not biomechanical human, it's a biomechanical machine called a SEC unit, which has human parts and a human face, but is mostly mechanical. And all it does is it just acts as a security guard for a group of clueless explorers in a strange alien world. So seeing these replicas in game has reminded me of that. I'm afraid the commander won't receive any visitors at the moment. But perhaps I can be of assistance instead. Who are you? I'm the administrator of this facility. Please, there's no need to be afraid. I'm just here to help. No. Hey Matt, heart of the revolution. There's something right there, isn't there? She's here to help, leave him alone. No. Must always mess with the bureaucrats. They must never be allowed to finish their job. Look at that propaganda poster. That is so cool. I love it. I would happily have one of those on my wall. Level 7, we're close to where I need to go. Oh, criminy. We need that fuse that's up there as well. We're gonna take a few hits. Like a set of 4 posters for the various planets. Yeah, I'd grab the replica units and the He-Mat Heart of the Revolution one. Those look the coolest to me. Run, run, run! And I think we've just met the other one we're going to take out for good. Oh, criminy. A lot of people who don't really follow that health is also a resource in this game. Oh, it is indeed. You got me there, kid. You got me. Oh, there's one right over there as well. Criminy. Wait, Riz? Just for startling me? Well, congratulations. You got the double whammy just then. Both made me jump and confused me. But welcome in, kid. How you doing? This one's the signed posters. There's one right in the corner there. We have to be careful not to disturb it. Oh, come on. Yep, we're taking a hit, we're taking a hit, we're taking a hit, we're taking a hit. Oh, criminy. This is way more intense than I thought. Alright, I need to catch my breath after all that. That was pretty relentless. Give me 1 second. So according to my notes, the key that I'm looking for is on the 8th floor of this structure. In the dorms. It's always the intense need, especially as a modern society, for us to make everything as safe as possible, and games like this certainly push back against that. It does trigger the old fear response. And the anxiety, for sure. Oh, we're running out of ammo. Rot front. Hope for the future. Let's get... one of the worst feelings to know, no matter how many times you kill an enemy, will be back. I don't really see it as that. I just see it as a challenge if I need to get in and out within a certain number of minutes before it respawns. Time for a no-hit speedrun. I couldn't tell you. I mean, my quickest quote-unquote speedrun of any game was like 6 hours, and that's Silent Hill 2. And I can tell you the world record's like 30 minutes. So that gives you some indication how crap I am when it comes to speedruns. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was going to drop that off. That gives me plenty of room to pick up... Oh, hang on. That would give me plenty of room to pick up ammunition. Grab that. If your radio is still on, they will hear you. They can hear me jamming out to Smooth FM. Damn Calibris. There's a very interesting podcast. It's a dramatic fictional story called Limetown. And the premise is you had the government experimenting with telepathy technologies in the form of implants and later in the form of contact lenses that can display information and create a kind of network between people who have them versus people who don't. And the story was basically the subplot of the Calibris, if you will. The town had people who had the implant and people who were denied the implant. And they created these kind of two different castes. You were part of the group who had the implant, you were part of the group who did not have it. And if you had it, you were having secret telepathic conversations with people who had the implant, leaving other people out. Just like how the Calibris share their thoughts together and they're kind of considered a bit weird by everyone else. We're gonna have to stun you. There we go. Peace and quiet at last. Whoop, wrong one. How do I... Painting of a strange island. Somehow it feels very familiar. We don't have the key yet. Is there anything else in this room? No, there's not. Oh my goodness, no. No. Unacceptable. How could you? There's no escape from the bots. Replica Twitch users. I know, right? I would have been at least a bit amused if they were topical. So you had Fortnite bots going into Fortnite streams, or I don't know. What's another popular game? Minecraft, yeah. Minecraft bots going into Minecraft streams, and then it would have been like, ooh, you made an effort. Where are we? No, we need to go down one more level. We are needing to go down one more level. I know exactly how we're going to do it. There are almost always two random words plus a few characters. The art bots have calmed down again. It's just fewer bots now. It has been a while since I saw one of the art bots, actually. Although I did get followed by an art bot on Twitter. Oh, hello. Just the other day. Just yesterday it was. So, while it has quieted down a lot, they're still popping around a bit. Equip the auto injector. There's the shotgun rounds. Dining room, that's where we needed to go. We do have room. We're just going to cop the hits, grab the fuse, and go for it. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, law. Law. Run. Run. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Surely. Oh, map. Is at the top, isn't it? So we need to go to the very top. And we can do that by going this way. Ow! Oh, no. We're not going this way. Oh, we're not going this way either. Hang on. Yes, I do have the heal equipped. Where the crap am I? Oh, it's up there. So I need to go through the piano hallway and to the left. Okay. I have a fantastic sense of direction. So we want to go up. And up. There we go. There we go. Easy fusy. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. We get to play electrician. Alright, we'll see if I can finish this in like 20 minutes, given my poor performance with the last puzzle that I did. Resistor, resist current, capacitor stores. I think those are meant to represent transformers, which would increase. So 840, and then resist makes it go up, which sort of defies how I think this puzzle works. $200. 30. $420, nice. 300. 200. $300. I'll just turn everything on and then add all resistors. What does that do? So 230 and 999. There we go. Didn't quite take me 20 minutes like I thought, but we got there in the end. Okay. We have... Store the shotgun bullets, because we will need those later. So that leaves us the pistol ammo. We've got the auto injector equipped. We'll just leave that. It'll give us a full heal after we next die. We can now use the elevator to get down to the other levels. Which means we can finally get the key that we're looking for. And once I have that in my grubby little hands, I should be very happy. Why will I be happy? Because I have key. Looping elevators down there in the workshop. So we can go through the storage dorm to the cleaning room. Have a look at the repair bay after we get some lights. Head down to there. Don't know why I'm talking to myself. I just tend to do that when thinking. That's a dead end. What am I even doing? Heck am I even doing? Gotta be kinda sneaky. Wait for these guys to get on out of the way. And then we can make our way very carefully down here. Just wait for that one to finish its loop. And then we'll be laughing. Okay, there we go. And then the looping elevators are right there. So let's go up, see if anything's interesting. Nope. Down we go. Let me just go down again. Here we go. Okay, hang on. Storage dorm on the 8th floor. This is the 8th floor. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Give me... I gotta say, Falk is my favourite replica of all of them. Command Control Unit Replica Falcon. 250 centimeters. Damn. The Protector Furres Commandos. Commander, the head of each Aeon Facilities Protector Force, is a powerful prototype bioresonant Falk unit. So she's tall, super strong, and can read minds, and probably throw you across a room. What that says about me and my tastes, I don't know. This is my favourite so far. Followed by Elster. I just like the stubborn sort of magpie approach. An authority that may never be questioned, a Falk unit serves not only as commander of the Protectors, but as a nearly godlike being, a perception that is underlined by her tall build and resemblance to our nation's leaders, the Great Revolutionary and her daughter. It is also aided by her powerful prototype bioresonance module, which not only allows her to bend the will of weaker minds and fathom their intentions and emotions, but also grants the ability to manipulate objects from a distance. Damn. I don't know how much longer I can go on. I do not want to live anymore as what I have become. The red eye beyond the gate showed me, no, touched me, poisoned me. It feels like my mind has been contaminated, defiled by another person's memory. I'm no longer fully myself anymore, but I'm not fully become someone else either. I'm stuck here, between her and me, with half-formed dreams and recollections penetrating my brain and tainting my every action. Who is she? Who is that white-haired girl? Why do I long to see her again? Why would she curse me like this? So let's check out the hallway. Came out home with the new nation's government. I heard the view of the gas giant's rings in the sky is beautiful there. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, we're not going that way. Oy. Ah, we need to go down. Are you just gonna stand there, or can I sneak past you? I have a feeling you're just gonna camp there. Which really makes me wish this game had melee weapons, but it doesn't. Let's do this. Oh, I don't even have the bloody key for it. Can we sneak past? Nope. The north hallway. We're gonna take a few hits no matter what we do, aren't we? Yep, 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 yep. There we go. Now we can see at least. Adler. Administration, data processing, logistics replica. Eagle. An integral part of every protector Photos Commando is the administrator unit. A single Adler unit can manage and oversee all administrative tasks for an entire facility, freeing other operational command units to focus on the direct control of protector units. The Adler is designed to work as a direct counterpart to the Falk unit, serving as her adjutant by taking care of necessary paperwork and calculations. Now, if I check my guide real quick... Storch Storm frequency 65. And the Storch Storm is just down there. I can use the shutter thing in a minute. No, 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 no. Administrator's key to call it, but I do not have the administrator's key. Ow. So there we go. I need to use the shutter thing as well. It's a piano hallway. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? Let's empty out our inventory to start with. We just want to be able to pick up all the lovely ammunition we can. If we do not have room, we cannot pick it up. And if we cannot pick it up, we are kind of screwed. I also haven't saved in a long while, so let's drop that off. Drop that off, that, and drop that off. That. There we go. Okay, so... Actually, hang on. No, hang on. No, it's fine. No, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. I remember what's ahead. We need the shoddy. There we go. Okay. Repair bay. That was the other thing that we could explore now that we have the flashlight. Oops. Yeah, repair base to the left. So I need to turn off the flashlight and slowly creep in there. Oh, and there's one right there. I think it's just going to stand there no matter what we do. So let's run for it. Take some hits. Whoa, taking way too many hits. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Picked up auto injector 2. Ah, here we go. Weapon case, we'll have to come back for that. Hunter, 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 Staunch, Sieben, and Tank. So even though they're all androids, and even though they're all based on the same personalities, they've still managed to differentiate themselves. So you've got this cool hero kind of character called Hunter, who's like the best shot of all of the Storches, and everyone looks up to her. That's why there's like signed posters of her in one of the dorms. It was a waste of a shot, but I just wanted to try it. Okie dokie. I don't think there's any healing items in here. We do have to come back here. Oops. And did we leave anything down here? We did. Yeah, shotgun rounds. And then I think it was the next level down. Yep, that's reactivated. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Here's what we're after. Piano room. Drop off those. Keep the auto injector. What's this? Take the L key. Multi-purpose working units. We've already looked at these. Jan 05? Oh, 5th Jan 2024, 2023. We'll keep that one as my oldest save. Just so I can leapfrog between saves. I don't think I'll need it, but better to have and not need than need and not have. Pretty sure I torched that one, so... Stardorm. Stardorm. We need to go... We have the owl key now. No, we need to go back and grab the weapons case. We need that. 100% we need that. Wait! Out of the way. Out of the way. Oi, oi, oi. No. Repair bay, shooting range. So we have to go up through the cleaning hallway, cleaning room, repair bay. Done. There's the weapon case. Happy days. And then we can find the key for that some other time. There we go. And then... let's just go down a level. Workshop, no, we have the owl key. So... where is the owl room, actually? I think it's down. The protector office is there. Save room is there. We need to get into the next level down and check out the storage dorm. Yep. So next level down. That's already open. Library key, no. Oh, fantastic. Oops. What's up here again? Hummingbird key, which we don't have. And that one's the eagle key. I have the owl key. Although I do love the fact that he's got the frickin' Folk poster right above his bed. That's quite telling. Ow! Staff dorm on the 6th floor. Let's clear the dorm that's below us. There you are. What the heck? Shoot, Elster. Shoot, you idiot. Ugh. There we go. Peace and quiet. And then there's like a freaking LC unit right there. One that didn't make it. Already had a look at the storches. Hair spray. Now if I check my notes real quick. Storch dorms on the 8th floor, 65. Bookshelf next to the bed. Okay, okay. Bookshelf next to the bed, bookshelf next to the bed, bookshelf next to the bed. Where is this bookshelf? Key of Eternity, that's what we're looking for. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, no. Oh, that's because I've changed the frequency. Key of Eternity, that's what we wanted. Okay, good, good, good. Let's get out of here. And then we'll come back down here to grab the ammunition. That is here, because we need it. Where's the nearest chest? Level 7. Rolling shutter gate. Okay. So let's do this. Yeah, Key of Eternity was exactly what we're after. Very happy to have that. Alright. So we check the keys. Key of Eternity, are you still looking for answers where there are only questions? And the Key of Love. Cycle 888, I try to teach Elster how to dance. It's so cute how clumsy she can be when it comes to these things. Aww. Okay, so we have the shoddy. Drop the shotgun off, we'll take the pistol, we'll take the ammunition, take the owl key, and one heal with us. Gotcha. Cool. Now we save. Because I always want to keep 2 saves just in case I screw something up and am unable to get a key. I don't want to have to redo the whole game, so we'll just leapfrog 2 different saves. Oh, my back. You know, the original plan for the stream was to only go for like an hour and a half because I was feeling kind of tired, but now that we're this far in, I am energized and ready to go. So we'll keep going until like a good stopping point, which will probably just after this section. We want to go to the Protector's office, do we? Let's go to the Protector's office. Ah! Island key, yes please. Calibri in the management office. One of the Calibris has holed herself up in the management office on the 7th floor. I've seen her and her illusion sitting inside the room crying. Which is the real one? I think it's because of that painting in there. Whenever I was close to her, it felt like my mind was being assaulted by the image of that island. The sensation was strong enough to make me hurl. Is there a way to neutralize the transmission? Maybe some sort of feedback loop in the frequency of her control signal? Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Venator. Cradle of Humanity. What's this? Hunter's Key. Hell yes. That's what we needed. Because Hunter's Key opens up the Hunter's Box, which gives us Hunter's prized weapons. So Protector office, and then we can go straight to the piano room. There we go. So, we shall temporarily drop off that. Grab the case. Combine the key. Hunter's revolver. Short barrel, double action 6-shot revolver that fires 12mm high powered ammo. Oh yes. Think we'll take that with us for now, just because I want to use it for a bit. Health is good. We have weapons, we have ammunition, we have 2 key cards. We are cooking with gas. Alrighty then, so the painting is just on up above us, so let's do the painting. Let's do the painting and then we'll do the owl key thing. That's probably the best play. But I need to refill my water, so give me 1 second. There we go. Just had to top up my water. Okie dokie, so let's equip that. Dokie. Yeah, so we just need to go. Workshop key, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So workshop is on level 6. So let's go up a level. Oh, sorry, go down a level in this case. A tall mirror stands in the corner of the room. Portable tape player with a knife embedded in the speaker. Oh, that's right. I think it's the Yules were playing the same song again and again, and one of the other groups of replicas was like, I can't stand this anymore, and they just stabbed the tape player so they couldn't play the music anymore. Which is kind of cruel. Yule song, yes, 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 yes. So now we need to head down to the workshop. Play it loud. Play it loud, play it at 3 AM, play it on a loop. Although, funnily enough, a couple of years ago I had some annoying neighbours. It was in an apartment complex, and they had some kind of sound system, and the bass would just go through the walls like nothing else, so I could constantly hear them playing music. It was so freaking annoying. So at one point I'm like, you know what, let's fight fire with fire, and I basically took a guitar amp, I plugged in one of my phones, then I just blasted ZZ Top for about an hour from Spotify. Had an effect that day, but then they just ignored it every day after that, so... Yeah... Not the most successful strategy, but... Here's what it is. So we want to head down to the workshop. Workshop key. Storch Star. Replica known issues part 2. Previous experience with these replica models has given us insight into irregularities in their behavior that stem from the original neural patterns used for these units. Due to the sensitive nature of this information, this document should be destroyed after reading. Star. Despite their normally laid-back demeanor, stars have a strong internal hierarchy which is important to take into consideration when promoting units to officers. Not promoting a respected unit or promoting a unit low in status can lead to friction within dorms. Stars will occasionally develop in-group rules involving physical punishments. It is recommended to allow some officers to own military weapons as fetish objects to stabilize their persona. Storch units initially have a short temper. Training them in patience early after deployment is key, as the neural pattern is less stable than other models. Failing to do so may yield an extremely volatile personality prone to cruelty and violence. A common strategy is pairing them closely with an older star unit. Storch's persona stabilizes by showering or bathing. Books on history or mythology work well as fetish objects. Interesting. Can't carry more ammunition. We don't have the cassette tape, so we'll need to come back here, which is fine. And then I'm noticing all the blood on the floor, which is concerning. Spoiler, none of these documents have been destroyed after reading. Represents an amazing information breach. How could they? Outrageous. Someone must be punished for this. Piano room's just over there. So I could actually fix... Yeah, let's just do that actually. We'll fix the tape, start that playing, and then we'll just go back and explore a bit more, because I know there's some ammunition that I missed, which I really want to get. And then we'll do the radio puzzle. So we wanted that. Actually, no, what am I doing? Saving the cassette. Our songs. The cassette seems to be part of a set of songs popular with Yule units. 8-track tape. God, I love it. Continue without saving. You'll regret this later. Some of it is gone, the stuff that's inside the pressure vessel, but things like the external camera will find up some careful work. Oh, you're talking about the Titan submersible, yeah? I did see a video update about that. NTSB document data recovered from the Titan implosion. It's amazing they get anything at all. Wasn't it the case that most of the internal computers were completely crushed, but there was like one external camera which they got some photos for, but the photos were unfortunately not of the dive in question. They were just test photos taken elsewhere. Unless there's been unless they did manage some data recovery. Okay, yeah, because I was excited for a second, like, oh, they got more, but no. I have been keeping an eye on the Titan submersible situation in the background out of curiosity. It was a storage dorms, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So we want to go down. And then, yeah. Storage dorms. There was like 1 or 2 items down here I didn't get. Which I definitely want to try and get if I can, before these guys all reanimate. So we've checked that out, we've checked that out, we've checked that out. Ammunition, yes please. Oh, damn it. I was hoping it was like, repeats of stuff I already had. There's just like one normal storch that's been killed. Okay. Can we get rid of anything? Yes, we can. We'll destroy that. We'll get some more of the... Wait, what? I just made room, though. Can't occur any more 12. Really? Okay. We'll get the health and we'll come back. Oh, actually, hang on. Ah, I remember this now. Hehehe. Operational Procedures Control. In order to reliably protect the safety of our nation, Aeon must develop and deploy procedures and technologies to maintain complete control over all replicas in service of the nation. Just like with Gestalt, procedures involving operational psychology are highly effective. So propaganda, basically. The prime advantage of replicas over gestalts is predictability. All newly deployed replicas of a model are virtually identical, both physically and psychologically. As they all share the same memories, under the same circumstances, a newly deployed Yule unit will practically always react the same way. However, as soon as the unit encounters new situations, it will begin to deviate from its original pattern. In some cases, this may lead to a unit being less efficient for its intended purpose. Persona degradation. Using a wealth of private information about the life of a Gestalt, each neural pattern is based on allows us to ensure optimal, uniform post-deployment development of each unit. In simpler terms, prime objective is the focused manipulation of the individual to ensure they remain as close to the original pattern as possible, and thus productive. It's kind of horrifying, but this is exactly what propaganda is meant to do in the real world for us. Is convey a narrative or story to the point that you can convince the populace of certain facts or truths or to behave in certain ways. Until the development of bioresonance technology allows for wide-scale direct behavior control, the methods of operational psychology still remain the most reliable way to control replicas and gestalts in the interest of protection of national security. I have to come back for the ammunition. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be down in the mine? Your flashlight? Let me take a look. Try it now. I love how there's like this NEAT that's just hiding in the basement while all this is going on. Just like living off instant noodles and whatnot. The NEAT that knows everything. Can you believe this? All these files. They think they know us so well. So much talk about persona and stabilization. In the end, they just want us to shut up and work until we die. What a joke. Is she wearing a tinfoil hat? I think she's wearing a tinfoil hat. What do you mean you don't remember me? Did you hit your head? I'm staying here. No chance I'm ever going back to work. Amen, sister. And then we just get silence, so there's no more dialogue. So yeah, we can come back for the ammunition, actually. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I think she's wearing a tinfoil hat. Either that or she's wearing the kind of little bamboo sort of hat that they have in the diagram. So we need to go up a level. We go up a level, we go to the piano room. And then we can make room. We need to hurry because those things are going to start to reanimate soon. I would rather not. I'll not deal with them. Okay. So we'll keep the gun, the ammunition. That leaves 3 empty slots. Where's the workshop again? It'll be down a level, won't it? No, it'll be up a level. Okay. Let's just get those bullets. What? I was too noisy. We're gonna take a hit. Yeah, we got away with it. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Cannot carry more. What? We have room though. Really? Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, I'll just come back here with no weapon at all, and then I should have plenty of ability to pick up more. That's weird. Don't be greedy. No! All the greed. The rules say 6 items. The official propaganda poster told me 6 items, so 6 items it is. So we'll drop off that. We'll take the shoddy. And that leaves 4 whole slots for ammunition pickup. There we go. I just think it'll be really good to have extra ammunition for later. We're really going to need it. And that's one of the interesting things about this game is it really is worth the effort to go and spend all this time getting these bullets. Oh, I was afraid that was going to happen. God damn it. Okay. Done. Oh, hang on. Down. And then grab these. Okay, 8 bullets. Certainly not nothing. Now, if we can get on out of here without more of those things waking up right now, then it's a win. Cool. It's a win. Okay, so we need to head to... level 6 for the workshop. 8, level 7, level 6. Workshop should be right here. Ooh, more bullets. $142. Okay, is there anything else that we need to do here? No. We just need to go down to her room now. Bulk's box. So we need to go down to level 8. Okay. Level 8. Do we have room for more items? We do. Okay. Is there a nearby box somewhere? Is there a nearby box? No. I think it said 142. Folk sleepy. I'm surprised all this racket wouldn't wake her up, but given story-wise what's going on, that does make sense. Hummingbird key. Yeah, folk is still my favorite. I just leave this music on for the rest of the game. That's the real speedrun strat. But the thing is, I actually like the music of this game, so I'd be like, oh, I'm missing out on, Okie dokie, so... Which key did we get? East Suite on the 8th floor, which is just across the way. So it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Is it this one? Hmm. Stun baton. Adler's key. Calibri's note. Keep an eye on Adler. He's hiding something from us. There was nothing in his diary, but when I probed his mind, there were memories of an Elster unit working at Sapinski. There's no record of that model of replica ever being deployed here. An order for a single unit for some survey work in the mine was briefly considered, but no new orders were made due to the commander's sickness. So he has memories of us, but we were never supposed to be here. Calibris. Hummingbirds. A marvel of modern technology, the Calibri is the most capable bioresonance unit ever produced. Every Protector Earth Commando's Folk unit is aided by a cadre of Calibri unit, which can amplify her bioresonance signals as well as produce their own. Despite their diminutive build, Calibris are the most effective Protector units. Able to directly influence the minds of replicas and gestalts, extract information non-verbally, and communicate amongst themselves instantly in the full bandwidth of the sensors, the Calibri's bioresonance is the closest recreation of a true hive mind. They do have kettles, which I think is good. Oh, crap. Was not expecting that. We only have 3 bullets. I don't even bloody see. Huh, okay. That was weird. Postbox key, hell yes. Clearly needs some time off. Oh man. I think there's been a couple of different shows and movies and books that I read which talk about the idea of someone who has telepathy and can read minds and how horrific that would actually be. Because the vast majority of people don't know how to control their thoughts, so they would just be thinking any old thing, and then psychics would be like, oh my god, you thought what about my mother? Which, in the privacy of your own mind, is fine, but probably not, you know, appropriate for a psychic running around. But then again, they shouldn't be listening to your thoughts in the first place, so it's sort of like, well, Oh, we can only go up to the 6th floor. How do we get back up to the 5th floor where the post office box is again? We have to go... wait, no, post office box is just above us, so through the hallway, up and around. Imagine being a telepath, whatever, in a hospital. I didn't want to... Yeah, you'd probably go mad, because you'd have all the people there who are literally sick and dying and thinking about death and their legacy and terrified and whatnot. And then you're like a psychic just surrounded by all this negativity. And it's not even the people's fault. Like, they're literally dying. Library key. There we go. So we got the eagle and we got the library key. What's closest? Controller. Oh, they're on the same level, so we need to get to level 8 regardless. So... Oops. This is probably not the best way to... No, we can go through the piano room. We just have to get around this creepy little thing. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Yeah, okay, so... Drop off that, drop off that. Take the fancy pistol. So we have 6 in the chamber, 12. 2 key cards, no heals. There we go. 2 empty slots. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll go to these last 2 rooms, get past this section, and then we'll wrap up the stream, I reckon. That'll be a good stopping point. I think we've pretty much got all the ammunition items that we were looking for. What? Okay, we want to go to the elevators, to our left, and then down to the library. Ah. Who is this? Calibri. Replica known issues, part 4. Great care should be given to Calibris. Their neural patterns are very unstable, and like their bioresonance module makes them very susceptible to influence from others. Like most bioresonant individuals, Calibris will often subconsciously create an emotional feedback loop, imitating and then broadcasting the emotions of those around them, acting as a sort of amplifier. While they are trained to recognize and disengage this behavior, already unstable units can sometimes spiral into persona degradation. Due to their bioresonant connection, neural pattern development in Calibris varies less than other models. The constant exchange of memories and emotions between units of a cadre acts as a safety net. I swear I have an emotional feedback loop sometimes. Oh, we all do. It's something that we all have to keep an eye on because it can very easily get us into trouble. That's why it's very important to learn to listen to your own thoughts without judgment, so you can sort of catch yourself when you're in one of these negative feedback spirals. However, once a majority of units in a cadre degrade, they will drag down remaining units. Because of this, it's important to decommission Calibri units instantly when they begin to degrade. which would be horrifying for them, because if they're a hive mind and one of them starts to degrade and you basically just execute one of them, they're going to know it's dead. Who are you? You're not one of our staff. The others, they've changed. We no longer sing in unison. I used to be able to see into their minds. We were as one. Together we guided them all. But now, I can't understand their thoughts anymore. I've never been so alone before. They're still together, and I'm here, outside, and they won't let me in. I cannot stand their song anymore. This is the only place where I don't have to hear them. This is the only place I'm safe. I can't go on like this. I wish I'd become like the others too. At least then, I wouldn't be alone. I hate this. This is the thing that really gets me. These NPCs that just hiding in little rooms here and there throughout the story. We just have to leave them to their fate. Poor little psychic creature that's lost connection with all of its friends who have turned into monsters, and she's basically just hiding in a library all alone with no idea what to do. There's nothing we can do to help her. Poor thing. Ooh. This neural pattern is extremely stable. Little has to be done to keep miners happy. They get along well with most other models, thanks to their sometimes submissive, sometimes motherly personality. Unlike other models, diary keeping is not mandatory for persona stabilization. Small stuffed animals may be given as fetish objects, though those resembling cats should be avoided. So the biggest, chunkiest miner units with their big exoskeletons used in drilling operations love teddy bears. I love that. All the units work best when left alone. They do not mix well with their own type. They will usually become very emotionally dependent on their commander. Alders are very susceptible to bioresonance suggestion, making them fairly easy to control. However, they become bored very easily and need new fetish objects at regular intervals for stabilization. So keep them stimulated. Writing is a great way for me to break that. Get to experience something totally different. At least it feels that way. In a way, I think it does. It's kind of like the act of writing helps your brain work things out, and because you're working on a story, you sort of put your mind on a problem, which helps you get out of any kind of thought loop that you get stuck in. Ah, General Kenobi, the negotiator. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? It's kind of late for you, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of late for me too. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's really late. I just realized the time. Writing is definitely therapeutic. Definitely therapeutic. Ah, actually, I know what we need to do. Now, was there 2 items in here we needed to get? King in yellow. There we go. See, I can do puzzles. That took me like 5 seconds. Not like the 20 minutes to do a puzzle earlier. Yeah, I'm in bed. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for popping in, sir. Hopefully you're able to get some sleep soon. I try to... Like, I put the phone in the bedroom because I use it as my alarm, but I generally try and avoid looking at screens when I'm trying to sleep, just because I know that the stimulation will drive me mad. We need to get up to Adler's room, which is just up the top there. So, east hallway, bedroom. See if we can sneak past these guys. Nope. Use the eagle key. Adler's diary. Hey Joe, how you doing? Happy Saturday. It's a plague. It is a plague indeed. I was talking to someone the other day and I was basically talking about nuclear power. And then I said to them, do you know what? A lot of nuclear power, do you know how it works? It boils water to produce steam and uses steam to turn turbines. You never escape the steampunk world. We live in one right now. Happy time zone. Absolutely, happy time zone, sir. I have been fascinated by a peculiar piece of furniture I discovered in storage. A strange box with a removable dial in front that was confiscated from a worker some time ago. I was instantly drawn to it, though I'm not sure why. When I put my ear on the mechanism, I can hear it faintly clicking, like a clock. Without Calibri's help, it has become much harder to coordinate the logistics cadre. If there is anything good to say about that woman, it is how she knows how to make others respect her orders, despite her minuscule stature. I went to see her today, but her room is still locked. I had a dream tonight, another memory of my Gestalt life, I believe. I was wearing my uniform. There was a young woman, her hair white as snow, and I was conducting some sort of test. I had a deck of cards with astronomical symbols on them and asked her to guess the planet on the card I was holding. That's a common test they conduct in parapsychology. They have the cards with the symbols and they basically concentrate on the card and try and get the potential psychic to guess what shape is on the other side of the card. How's the signals doing? Really, really good. Not only do I love this game, I'm going for an ending that I've never seen before. So, if I can pull it off and get this ending, I'll be very happy. Because that would mean that I've gotten every ending in the game. I was playing with that mechanical lockbox again, of which I'm now sure is some kind of astronomical calendar, when I suddenly remembered a conversation I had with another replica when I was inspecting the mining site. However, it was clearly a model I have never seen before. Some type of engineer with an orange chess piece. In my memory, she was just another member of our staff, but no such replica was ever stationed on Sapinski. Replica memory is not the most reliable, they say, but never before have I experienced such a strange phenomenon. The little enigma of that box could only distract me from the chaos around me for so long. All the box contained was a small notebook, of which all pages turned out to be blank. It has been miserable since our beloved commander has fallen ill. I long for her stern guidance, that overwhelming authority in which she bathes the room. I think he's a bit of a sub. There's nothing wrong with that, but he seems to need discipline, this guy. How many endings is there? I think there's 4. Hang on. Leave memory. There's 4 or 5 of them. I think it's 4. More sick, making my work even harder. How are we meant to shoulder this workload with no reinforcements? My only consolation is that as our protector staff decreases, so does the workforce we oversee. While more and more replica end up in the hospital wing, Gestalt workers seem to succumb much too fast for any attempts at treatment. Another diary filled for no benefit by my own satisfaction. I've not ordered a new one yet, since I spent my saved ration marks on that marvellous looking fountain pen. But I guess I'll make use of that notebook. Okay, he likes his fountain pens, I can respect it. Is there anything else in here for us to have a look at? We've had a look at that. He's kind of messy and disorganized for administrator, I will say that. Now, if I'm not mistaken... so the star doesn't move. That's one too many. So the star doesn't... Whoop, the star doesn't move, but all the rest do. So... if we have a look at what we saw earlier... So he maps the star, and then those other planets just represent... there's an infinite number of combinations. So I probably shouldn't try to just brute force this. I should actually try and solve it. Instead of just being like, YOLO. I literally just YOLO'd that. I was guessing. Well... okay, I take it back. Sometimes, yeah, just YOLO stuff. Oh dear. I've started yet another new diary. How time flies. The work is dull and monotonous as ever in Sapinski, but a bright light illuminates my day. Today, I was invited to a meeting by Commander Falk, and she was as magnificent as ever. I think he has a crush on her, and I don't blame her. I don't blame him. Another day passes. During my meeting with the commander today, I felt the strangest sense of familiarity as I sat with her. Sadly, our meeting was interrupted by an unexpected power outage. Feeling strangely paranoid these days. Never before have I felt so strongly the sense of deja vu as I have these past days. When I checked the pages of my diary today, I noticed that for some inexplicable reason I seem to have dated my previous entries with today's date. What an embarrassing mistake. Every day feels a bit like I've lived it before, and even stranger is the sensation that something is somehow just slightly out of place. Why is my diary filled with entries I cannot recall writing? Why are they all dated to today? Has the loss of my beloved commander finally gotten to my mind? Am I going insane? I fear what will happen to me if anyone finds out. I'm alone in this. If they discover my notes, I'll be decommissioned too. Something is wrong, I can feel it. Is this really madness? When I read the pages of my diary, I recall events that never happened. A yesterday that never was, yet it feels as real as the one I actually experienced. This cannot merely be a defect of my mind. It feels as though in this room I peer into another version of reality. How? I do not know. Perhaps I too have become sick like the others without realizing. But I will not succumb. A slow accumulation of reproduction errors, a gradual corruption of information, a story misremembered, slowly morphing in with each retelling, like genetic material mutating and evolving, like the replica mind copied over and over from an aging template. I do not know, but I will find out. The answers lie below. I can feel it. Someone or something calls me from there, in the mine. Can you imagine the horror of that? Is that I don't know if you guys keep a journal. I do. I just keep a journal and I try to make a point of making an entry every day. I use the journal as a way to confront myself, if you will. So, what did I do today? What did I do well? What did I not do well? But to expand upon what we just read in Adler's diary, can you imagine that you open up your diary to make an entry today and you find a note in your own handwriting that you don't remember writing, just talking about something that never happened? That's kind of horrifying. We're just going to go to the left. There'll be a save point down there. Let's turn the flashlight off first, though. See if we can just sneak past those two critters. It's the mine shaft access elevator controls. If she is still alive, she is probably there. I know you're here. I've done this countless times before. You don't belong here. And here we are at last, deep in the mines. Where's this one going? Oh, wrong way, wrong way. I think it's the wrong way anyways. We wanted to head... I think there's a save room just here. Oh no. It's not here, okay. So that was the right way. Okay. Okay. Where does this go? Let's just try this way. That's what I was looking for. Happy days. Miner. Mining nuclear tech high security replica. It's worse than I thought. Everyone has disappeared. I still haven't found any trace of Elster. It's as if she had never been here. Something's wrong with the protectors, those that are still around. A guard spotted me earlier sneaking out of the medical wing, and she let out a monstrous scream as she chased after me. When I looked back, I saw her face, and now I can't forget. It looked like she'd been in some horrible accident. Flare gun! Hell yes. Now we're cooking. It should be fine. So save. Done. Alrighty then. I think that's a good stopping point for this evening. It's pretty late, or early, depending on your point of view. So, let's just quit out of that. Switch on over to here. And then let's have a quick look, see who's streaming, who's doing what. Oh, Sailor's on. She's not streaming Signalis, but we will raid into Faye. Yeah, first and foremost, let me just take a drink. Yeah, first and foremost, thank you all for coming in and catching the stream. Thanks again for the raids, Schizophrene and Elva. We're going to wrap it up for now. I'm going to raid out to Faye, who's playing Mystery Moon or Moon Mystery. Moon Mystery. I have no idea what it's about. Probably involves the moon, though. So, yeah, we'll raid out to her. She's playing Signalis as well, just not tonight. So you might get to see a bit more gameplay of that particular game if that's what you're interested in. But, thank you all so much for popping in, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.